The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
One of the many jobs that I have and that I'm fortunate to do is I get to teach Chassanim before they get married. My wife teaches Kalas. It's a beautiful thing. Get a Chassan and Kala ready for marriage. And I was once teaching a Chassan, and he was supposed to get married on a Sunday. I'm learning with this Chassan Danan, who's about to get married in 3 days. And I'm sitting with him in shul. I get a phone call. And I see that it's the Chassan's future mother-in-law. I spoke to her like 4 months ago by the Vart. I thought it was a little interesting. So I'm going to learn. I don't pick it up. She called me 5 times in a row. So I said, do you mind waiting here 1 second? I'm going to go outside and take the call. I go outside, pick up the phone. Hi. That's it? That's it? I'm like, what that's it? The wedding is off. I open the door, I look at the chassan, I'm like, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I come outside, I'm like, what do you mean the wedding is off? I can't take it anymore. Okay. Houston, we have a problem. I said, can you please tell me what happened? She said, his father is making me crazy. But until now, I was able to deal with it. But you know what happened now? He just called me up, and he was going over the lists of names that I have coming to the wedding. And he sees that in one of those names is a guy that he really doesn't like. He's in a big fight with him. And he called me up and he says, I want you to call up this person from your list and tell him not to come to the wedding. I said, excuse me? It's my closest family friends. You don't want me to sit by your table. You don't want me to give him a bracha under the chuppah. You don't want that. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Well, if you don't do that, I'm not coming up to the wedding. I'm not showing up. And either is my family. I said, what? You're going to do? And they go back and forth. I said, I just hung up the phone and I called you. Yay, lucky me. Okay. She says, Rabbi, I am not calling up this person. I am not disinviting him. And if he wants to not show up and the wedding's off, the wedding's off. I open up the door, I look at my chassan, he's like this, I'm like, you know how they do it in Israel? Say 1,000 words with one. So I said, relax. I said, I know this guy, it happens to be, I know the guy who doesn't want to come to the wedding. I said, I'm going to call him up. No, if you call him up, he's going to be all embarrassed. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. I called this guy. I said, it's a very uncomfortable conversation, but you're supposed to go to the wedding. Yeah, my best friends, I'm waiting for this wedding. We already got babysitters that were coming. I said, yeah, about that. You know that they're married to the family and you guys don't get along. I have no problem with him. He doesn't like me. I'm like, okay. Bottom line, can you please not come to the wedding? She doesn't want to ask you. I just know it's going to cause some Shalom issues. And he looks at me and he says, is this a request or are you telling me? I said, I can't tell you what to do, but he says, okay, I get it. Very smart, I figured it out. He says, but do me a favor. I'm not going to come on one condition. You have to call back my friend, the one who invited them, and tell them I still love them. I'm not upset at them. And I'm very happy they're marrying into this family. And they're going to have a lot of bracha and blessing. And tell them that we'll dance at future weddings together. I said, okay, thank you so much. I hang up the phone. I'm about to call the other family back. And he calls me right back. He says, Rabbi Majeski, yes, I changed my mind. I am coming to the wedding. I said, no backsies, no tracksies. No, I know my kids told me that rule. I know the rule. You said it. You can't take it back. 5-second rule that applies to that. says, I'm coming to the wedding. He said, oh, here I felt like Aaron HaKayin, I'm like, he says, but, listen to what he says, girls. He says, I'm coming to the wedding, I'm getting dressed. I'm getting a babysitter, it was an hour and a half away. My wife's going to get dressed, but we're not going to go into the wedding. We're going to pull up on the side. And please pass them the message. I want them to come out to the wedding while we're there. We're going to have our own little dance by our car. So I can show them how much I want to be by that wedding. And I want to give them a gift for the chassan and the kala and for the other side. Because I know he's upset. And it's hard to talk to him right now, but he's a really good person. I want them to know that I'm going to be there. I call back the mother of the kala. I said, he's coming to the wedding. She goes, ah! I said, relax. He wants to dance to you. I tell her everything he said. Girls, I went to that wedding. I went to many, many weddings in my life. I never saw such a pure, holy dance like I did outside of that car. He doesn't even realize what he did. And I've seen the person since then. I saw bracha, blessing come into his life.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org